Thank you, Mr. Monoz, to introduce me with this audience. This is Monowarul. I'm working with CRS Bangladesh, and I'm just going to present some experience with you, which is related to DQA. And thanks to Nisha for brief presentation regarding the process. And the presentation is actually for the SOKKHOMOTA project, which is BHA funded project. And the BHA funded project, SOKKHOMOTA is mainly increasing the resilience of vulnerable community. And there is actually two strategic objectives. One is mainly community and TRM structure have increased capacity to respond and mitigate the natural disaster. Another one is household shelter and community protective infrastructure are better to face the disaster. This project is actually conducted at DQA during July 2022, and there is actually 5 data collection point from the field level to central office, and there actually we just collect information and then verify the information, and finally the process maintain the 5 standards which is already mentioned by Nisha, including validity, accuracy, reliability, timeliness, precision, and integrity. So I'm not going to detail for this standard, but definitely which indicator we are going for the DQA. Yes, at that time actually we conducted a DQA for 3 indicators, but I'm giving the example for only 1 indicator, which is related to the standard OFDA indicator. Maybe many of our partner and many of our audience, they just applied this indicator, which is total USD amount of cash transferred to beneficiaries as cash for work payments. So according to the PIRS, Performance Indicator Reference Sheet, we just customize the indicator definition, because in the PIRS reference sheet in the guideline of BHA mill system, there is differently mentioned, but according to the real situation, we just customized in our way. So the indicator definition is, as per definition, cash for work is cash distribution process to vulnerable community people in exchange of their work on a project of communal benefit. Here actually communal benefit we mentioned that because from the DMC community, DMC committee, which is from the lowest tier of the local governance from the ward level, they have RRAP, which is actually planned for the disaster risk reduction, which kind of project they are just like to have in their community to get the better benefit and to meet the disaster for any sequence. So from this indicator, definitely we just want to report only the part which is the cash transfer to the beneficiaries as cash for work payment. In the lower portion here, I mentioned some things actually in red color, because definitely for managing a project, small project like a small road, like actually different kind of community need project. So there are some administrative costs as well. So those administrative costs, for example, signboard, money transfer processing fees, portable hand washing device for site, cloth, mask, liquid soap, temperature measuring machine, and first aid box. These all kind of things actually we try to maintain during the cash for work activity in the spot. But this part will not be included in the reporting of this indicator, because in the definition we mentioned that only the cash which we are just paying to the beneficiary, that part we will cover to report. So I'm not going to the process, I'm just going to directly to the limitations and findings, because we find out some limitations. Yes, there is no written guidelines for data collection and reporting, even for the position specific guidance provided to the implementing level. Yes, of course, the central level there is a mill system and some mill colleagues who are working there, and definitely frontline staff who are just data collector, enumerator, and the actually working in the community level. They are just collecting the information. They are maintaining the attendance sheet. They are maintaining the master role, but here actually no written guideline for them for their specific role. What should be their role, how they will be collected actually the information, and how they will compile all those things, and and how they will maintain all the process. And second thing is actually during the training and orientation. Yes, of course, for all activity we always provide some training and orientation before starting the intervention, because yes, there is program person, there is meal person, all together we go for the meal plan, we go for the indicator selection, we go for the tools development for indicator. So those things actually happen in the during the training and orientation. But of course here our problem is we did not include the finance staff. So I'm coming later regarding this one, but next one is no clear indication in any document regarding the breakdown of different budget line item, because under the cash for work activities there is some administrative cost, actually there is some payment related cost, there is some mobile banking agent fees. So all are not mentioning in any guideline regarding finance and even program and even the meal system. Some other limitations we have. Yes, of course, DQA collect the data and even they just check and they just go through all the documents, and through all the process actually they find out that there is discrepancy between the reported number in the semi-annual report. Whether DQA team went to the field, they just try to sum up with the report that how much amount goes to the beneficiaries through the master roll. They counted each and every amount and they just compile the amount, and the amount is not matching with the reported number. Then what's next? So re-aggregation of the numbers provide the source document shows over-reporting. So over-reporting due to the include the administrative cost and mobile banking agent fees. Those part actually includes in the report, but whether we just mention in the definition and the calculation in the PRS that we will never include the administrative cost to report. So most of the documents related, so next point is most of the documents related to the reporting USAID amount for the indicator are kept in the regional office. So there is different kind of documents prepared for this indicator. One is actually frontline staff collect the information like attendance sheet, maintaining the master role and selection process, and finally who are just participating and who are absent, all those things they maintain. But from the field office they maintain some other documents like verifying their account number, mobile account number, because we are just passing the amount through the mobile banking system process. And at the regional office they are maintaining the financial issues. They actually send altogether the money they send to the mobile banking system, and the banking system they get a list of beneficiaries with their mobile phone number and they send the money to the beneficiary. So at that stage actually documentation is not properly maintaining in each stage. So what are the recommendations? So I will say the DQA report mainly provides a brief description of the DQA process and details of findings and establish an action plan. So the action plan recommended and proposed that implementing partner should keep all the documents including master roll and payment voucher at field level office, regional office and central office. Even if they keep the documents in one office for the hard copies, definitely all the scanned copies should goes to the others office as well. Otherwise the misconception and the misinformation might provide to the report, and over reporting or under reporting might happen. So next point is actually meal team, program team and accounts team. these three teams need to work together, needs to be cooperate each other. Otherwise, actually, it will make some difficulties to get the real information. And third thing is monthly updates will be tracked by mill team for cash for work activity. And final things is the reporting USD amount should be adjusted in the next semi-annual report, because previous semi-annual report they mentioned the wrong information because there is over reporting number is there. So what are the learning from this DQA? Yes, of course, proper meal orientation should be provided. So meal orientation should be provided. Whether we are saying the meal, then somebody can think that this is only orientation we should provide to the meal staff. No. In that case, here actually I mentioned in red color that here we did not include the finance person in the orientation. That's the problem actually here it happened, because finance person, he don't know the administrative cost will not goes to this indicator for reporting purpose. And the reporting number should be the same without any tampering or manipulation. If the number count from different sources, if I count the master roll, the number should be same. If I see the report, the number should be same. If I see the other documents from central office or regional office, the number should be same. Then next learning is only meal plan is not enough as guiding document. So I'm saying because meal plan is not only the documents, we need to identify, we need to develop a meal user guideline. In the user guideline, specific role should be there, who is actually responsible for who is role. And user guideline, it should be in local language. In Bangladesh, there is different ethnic community, especially in our project area, there is 11 ethnic community and they have 11 different languages. So in that case, international language, English is not enough to provide that guideline, and it should be in actually local language to understand for the enumerator and data collector. And possible to replicate the lesson learning from other cash for work activities. And finally, after sharing the DQA report, the implementing partner, we jointly planned an action plan for addressing the DQA findings. And definitely CRS always believes on quality data for maintaining a standard meal system. Thank you.